Hi fans, welcome to Rampego TV channel. May you always be healthy and able to move as usual. Today I will talk about a fan who admitted that he spent his savings for the sake of meeting an idol. I know people will say I'm crazy, but I don't regret it one bit. Meeting them is my life. This confession did not come from a billionaire, but from a 29-year-old office employee who lives in a small apartment in South Jakarta. He admits to having spent more than 1 billion rupiah for just one purpose: to see Blackpink'S Lisa and Bts'S Jungkook in person, even if it's just a few seconds away. What drives a person to such extreme decisions? And how can the phenomenon of K-pop fanaticism erode the line between admiration and the sacrifice of life, an obsession that swallows everything? When the public talks about fanaticism, many imagine it to be limited to buying albums, merchandise, or attending concerts. But this case goes far beyond that. He not only buys concert tickets in various countries, but also participates in international fan meetings, pays for local fanbase services to get the best seats, and hires a personal interpreter for certain K-pop events abroad. At first I just bought a light stick, he admits. But everything changed when I looked Lisa in the eye for the first time on stage. It felt like the world stopped. This sacrifice is not just about the material. He had to take out a bank loan, sell his personal vehicle, and even cut ties with a family that could no longer accept his choice. It's all done in the name of love for two K-pop idols who may never know they exist in person, for the sake of a few seconds in the front row. What makes this recognition all the more surprising is how the spending has been done slowly but consistently over the past 5 years. He follows Lisa and Jungkook's tour schedule across the country, from Bangkok, Seoul, Tokyo, to Paris. The price of air tickets, hotels, logistics, and premium concert tickets that exceed 15 million Indonesian rupiah per piece become his mandatory menu. I know all their schedules. Even before the local media found out, I already got the information from the underground fansite community, he said proudly. I'm not just a fan. I am a living witness of each of their important moments. When asked why he didn't feel at a loss to have burned so much money just for a quick glance or greeting from the stage, his answer was astonishing. If there is an opportunity to sit with them for just 1 minute, I am willing to lose everything. Life is too short not to pursue happiness. Social media, the catalyst of obsession in the digital age, the visual power and speed of information are making things even more uncontrollable. Lisa and Jungkook are not just ordinary idols, they are global symbols. Their fansite account has millions of followers. Any moment that involves both, no matter how small, can be trending in just seconds. This is where the obsession trap is formed. Every time he sees Lisa or Jungkook praised by the world, the desire to get closer increases. FOMO, fear of missing out, triggers social pressure within the fan community. If one fansite can present an exclusive fan cam from a distance of 2 meters, then other fans feel the need to go beyond it, whatever the cost. I once paid almost 70 million just to sit in the VIP seats of a concert in Los Angeles, he said. Because I knew Jungkook would appear as a surprise guest. I can't miss that. Between fanaticism and reality, this phenomenon is no stranger to the South Korean entertainment industry. Even K-pop agency companies systematically build pseudo-closeness between idols and fans. Through platforms such as Weverse, Bubble, to private live streams, artists greet hundreds of thousands of fans as if they were talking directly. However, like a double-edged knife, these interactions form the illusion of incomparable personal relationships. Fans begin to feel that they have an emotional right to the artist's life, and in extreme cases, sacrifice financial and mental stability for the sake of maintaining that connection. Lisa doesn't know me. Jungkook may never know my name. But when they smile at me, it's enough to fill this whole void of life, he said, looking down. 1 billion rupiah, details shake not just a claim. There is also evidence of production, VIP concert ticket, 15x IDR 225 million international flight ticket, 12 countries IDR 300 million 5-star hotel near concert venue, IDR won 50 million official merchandise, album and fansign pass, IDR 90 million fansite payment for priority access and exclusive content, IDR 50 million travel agent and visa express, IDR 60 million additional cost, transportation, meal, backstage crew tip, translator IDR 130 million total temporary expenditure in 5 years, plus or minus RP. 100500000, and it can still add up because it hasn't stopped. I'm going on Lisa Deadline's next tour to Europe, he said in a sure tone. What went wrong and who is responsible? The biggest question in this phenomenon is not just about the amount of money spent, but also about how the industry and the fanbase community continue to nurture this extreme culture. Fansite is not only a channel of information, but a source of social pressure where who is closer to the idol becomes a form of unhealthy competition. Mental health institutions in South Korea have even begun to pay attention to what is referred to as idol dependence syndrome, a psychological condition in which a person has difficulty distinguishing between reality and his parasocial relationships with public figures. Is it the fault of agencies that build fantasies of closeness? Is it wrong for social media to encourage content overexposure? Or is it the fault of fans who are unable to control personal boundaries? Abandoned life. In his confession, the fan admitted that he no longer has any savings. He lives in a small house without a car. The entire income from office work is channeled to just one thing: K-pop artist schedules. His friends left. His family moved away. He gets depressed, but feels that only Lisa and Jungkook can revive him. I feel alive every time I see them. In this world full of stress and emptiness, they are the only reason I get up early, he says honestly. Netizens' reaction: between amazement and amazement when this story leaked to a local online forum, the public reaction was divided. Some consider it a sincere form of love, while others call it a dangerous social madness. If he is happy, who are we to judge, wrote one user. How crazy. With that money you can buy a house, open a business, or help the poor, other comments. But one thing is undeniable: Lisa and Jungkook do have an incredible attraction, big enough to make someone sacrifice everything for a fleeting moment with them. The end that has not yet come. This story is not finished. This fan is still actively on tour and still sets aside his salary every month in favor of the possibility of flying to the next city where Lisa or Jungkook will perform. He has no regrets. He doesn't feel stupid. In fact, he's proud. When I die, I can say, I have seen the brightest star in the world. Not in the sky, but before my eyes, on stage. That's enough. Questions for all of us in the midst of the phenomenon of cultural globalization: how do we distinguish between love and dependence? In the age of social media, can parasocial relationships really fill the emotional void not filled by the real world? And most importantly, is this kind of happiness worth fighting for a billion rupiah? Or is it an unconscious wound that we are normalizing? Because behind the glitter of the stage, the glamour of the fandom, and the thousands of camera lenses that capture Lisa and Jungkook's smiles, there is one true story that drains treasure, time, even identity, for a love that may never be reciprocated. And it is at this point that we are forced to ask: when love for an idol turns into a financial commitment of billions of dollars, is it an inspiring form of dedication or a danger signal that we have been ignoring? The story of fans willing to sacrifice everything for a brief moment with Blackpink'S Lisa and Bts'S Jungkook is not only a reflection of fanaticism, it's also a sharp reflection of how the modern entertainment world is able to touch the deepest points of humanity: hope, flight, and the need to feel meaningful. Because in the end, what we need to reflect on is not how much money is spent, but how far a person is willing to lose himself in order to get closer to the light that can never be grasped.